What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today in this video we're going to talk about 9 mega cap stocks in this video. But before we get started, please hit that thumbs up button. That is greatly appreciated and that really helps out with YouTube algorithm. And if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, 3 days of live trading in my Discord, definitely check out the Patreon. I'll leave a link down below in the description. And if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing. And now let's get right into it, guys. On Apple stock, it's up 0.88%. Now, is this bullish on Apple stock? Finally getting a close above 180. Now, slightly under negatively sloping white line 20 SMA 180.26, but we did get that close just over 180 at the closing. I mean, there was a lot of chop today in the market. Now, if you look at my screen, we do have a positive slope on this blue line 5 SMA, and Apple stock came down to 178.55, holding this blue line 5 SMA, went back up, and now we got a close over 180. So tomorrow, guys, critical level on Apple stock 180. And if that gives up, watch out down here 178.71, 177.47, and then 176. Apple stock wants to come down. Your signal to the downside will be down here. 176 gives up. You're going to see a flush all the way down to 170. Now, Apple stock can hold above, I would say, 178 to 180. Especially 180 can hold right here. You're going to see another attempt to break 183, and that's going to be a bullish signal for the market. For more upside on Apple stock, all the way up to 186.54, and then the gap above, just above 190. So Apple looking good for the day, but we need more follow through going into tomorrow on Apple stock. On AMD stock, it's up 0.35%, and AMD getting down to flat 100 again and getting a bounce off of that level, coming back up to, like I said, 104 to 105, and now sitting at 102.61, just in middle of nowhere. So AMD, we do have strong support down here, flat 100, and AMD needs to break 104.35. Blue line 5 SMA. Only if that happens, you're going to see a move up to not only 105, 106.78, and then 108 right here, bottom of this channel on AMD. AMD breaks below 100, it's all over. You're going to see more and more downside all the way down to $89 on AMD. So AMD definitely not out of the woods yet, but this is going to be a critical level if you're buying and going long around 100. On Netflix, it's up 0.5%, and it's not really going anywhere. And if you look at my screen, we did not get that close over 419, so that is not bullish on Netflix. We still have this head and shoulder intact right here on Netflix, and if that plays out, that could take Netflix down big time. So you want to see Netflix above, especially all these moving averages right here on this daily chart. And so far, it's holding 116 as a support, 13 SMA on this daily chart. And as you can see on my screen, it's holding right into closing today. So Netflix above 419. There could be a little bit more upside up to 423, 430, and then possibly up to even 443. Now below 419, watch out for the support down here, 416, and if that gives up, you're going to see a flush down to 406 once again on Netflix. Once we get that breakout, and that would be above right here, guys, 430.62 to be exact, red line 50 SMA, and as long as Netflix can hold right here, there is going to be a breakout for more upside, 443 to even 450. On Amazon stock, we got a flat day, and Amazon cutting under red line 50 SMA 132, going down to 131.85, finding some buyers and coming back up and holding 132 as a support. And also, if you look at my screen right here, it just under 133.60, blue line 5 SMA. So if you're a bull on Amazon, you want to see Amazon actually above 135.43, and only if that breaks, more upside back up to 138. Below 132, you're going to see Amazon, and even today that was possible. to come down and close this gap just under 130, and that is going to be a strong support. And we do have support down here also below 130, 127.75. Above white line 20 SMA 135.43, Amazon can rally back up to 138, and above 138, guys, that's going to be a bull breakout on Amazon for more upside, possibly back up to 143 to 146. On Google stock, it's up 0.84%, and Google again coming down to 130 and going back up and now holding above all these moving averages right here on this daily chart as a support. Now, we talked about it before, how these Bollinger Bands right here can squeeze Google stock and we could see a big move. So far, we saw a few attempts right here on Google stock to break out to the upside, but look at this upper band right here coming down and crushing the stock down even today, getting up to 134 and some change, and then getting rejected and coming down to 130. That is not a good signal, and we also ended up with a doji indecision candle on Google. So tomorrow, guys, you do want to watch this support carefully, 130, and if that gives up, you're going to see a flush down to 127.52, 125.88, red line 50 SMA, and then the gap below this one down here, 123.69. Above 130, only thing I can see here on Google stock, 133 to 134. And only if this Bollinger Band on top expands all the way up to 140, then you are going to see a huge move back up to the upside on Google. So Google here, guys, watch this right here as this plays out right here, a squeeze between these two Bollinger Bands on this daily chart. On Tesla stock, we got a flat day, and I got some calls today on Tesla and sold out for absolutely nothing at break even just before closing. Now, why? Because yes, we do have a bull case on Tesla. We do have this bull flag, but so far we gapped up on Tesla today over 2% and then gap up. And then we saw Tesla going down, gap up and crap on Tesla all the way down to 235. So this one was up $10 on the day from this low. But look at how this thing came down, guys, from almost 245 down to 235. So it gave away $10 from the top, and now closing right where it closed on Friday, not above 240, white line 20 SMA. You want to see Tesla going up and holding 240 as a support. That would be a bullish signal on Tesla for more upside, and this bull flag will play out all the way up to 257 to 262. Now below 240 we do have strong support, and we saw that bounce today from 235 exactly. Blue line 5 SMA 235.35 low for the day, and then we saw that bounce off of this blue line 5 SMA. So you want to watch 235.50, and just below that we also have orange line 13 SMA 233, and if that gives up, we do have support down here around 228 to 229, and then 220 all the way down here to this gap 217. But so far Tesla is holding above blue line 5 SMA, and as long as Tesla is above 235, you could see a retest and possibly a breakout above white line 20 SMA 240, and only when that happens you're going to see a large move on Tesla all the way up to 257. So keep an eye on Tesla, guys. The move might be coming here on Tesla, and that could be any day. On Meta, it's up 1.67%. And now if you look at my screen, I was hoping for a close above 293, orange line 13 SMA, and that would be a breakout above this trend line. Now that didn't happen today, closing exactly at 290, so there is a support level to watch, but also it's still inside this trend line, and this is a downtrend on Meta. Now Meta gets rejected from 290, watch out for the support at 288, and below that a quick flush back down to 276 possible on Meta. Meta gets that breakout and can hold 290. Watch out for a move back up to 293. And only if that breaks, you're going to see a retest of 300 on Meta. And this is where Meta is going to get that bull breakout for more upside, possibly back up to 316. And that is right here, breaking above 300 and going above white line 20 SMA, and this downtrend will end on Meta above 300. On Microsoft, it's up only 72 cents on the day, 0.22%, and not really going anywhere, just chopping here inside these two moving averages, 20 SMA and 13 SMA. As you can see on my screen, 321 low for the day, holding 13 SMA as a support, going back up, getting rejected at 324, white line 20 SMA, and closing just under 324. So you want to see Microsoft breaking above a clean breakout above 324, going above white line 20 SMA, that would be more bullish for a move back up to possibly 333 all the way up here to retest red line 50 SMA. Now 321 and then 320 gives up. You're going to see a flush back down to 3 or at least close to 315. Right here, just under 315, 314.75 lower Bollinger Band on this daily chart. And this one, we also got a similar move. Just like Google, we got upper band actually coming down on the stock and the lower one now going up. So we could see a big explosion on Microsoft. I just don't know if that's going to play out to the upside or to the downside, but the trend on Microsoft still to the downside. So, I would give benefit of the doubt to the bears on Microsoft. If this thing actually breaks below 320 again, you're going to see a flush and possibly coming all the way down to not only 314.75, 315, you're going to see at some point Microsoft coming all the way down to 300. On Nvidia stock, it's up 1.78%. Now, this morning, I made the call out for Nvidia 460 calls, but then when I looked at it, it was really pricey, $700 a piece. So even if I'm buying, I'm spending for 10, 7 grand, guys. And that is why I backed out. Because at the end, yes, it was a winner, 100%, but if I was spending 7,000 on SPX or SPY or Qs on puts early in the morning, that was on SPX it was 90%, on Qs that was 200%, and then if I was buying calls, those were a lot more cheaper to make over 100%. Then get in here, pay 7 grand, or at least if you buy one, you pay 700 to make 1400. So Nvidia, the prices on these options are just crazy right now. Now, if you look at my screen, yes, it was getting a bit oversold. Also on 15-minute, it was a double bottom. And also on this daily chart, if you look at my screen, it was hitting this trend line, and we do have support just below that right here, 447 almost, and coming down to 448 and finding that support just above white line 20 SMA, going back up, and now it's holding 465.60 blue line 5 SMA as a support into closing. So tomorrow, if this is not a dead cat bounce, and Nvidia can hold 465.60, you're going to see a revisit from Nvidia back up to that previous all-time high around 482. Now below 465, watch out for a move back down to 450 to even 447 white line 20 SMA, and I think soon or later Nvidia is going to give up this white line 20 SMA, and soon as that happens, you're going to see a quick flush all the way down to 435 to close this gap down here. So tomorrow 450 to 447 will be a support level to watch on Nvidia below 465.60, and 465.60 can hold, then you're going to see a retest of that previous all-time highs 482. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching.